Hi everyone, and welcome back to the PokeTamer channel, where we buy and sell Pokemon cards on eBay. The main goal is to make an overall profit, but I don't take things too seriously, and this definitely isn't a business. It's just a fun way to stay connected to an ever-increasing money sink of a hobby. We are nearly at the end of the Profit or Loss series, only a few more episodes to go before we reveal the final total for the series. If you want to go back and watch every episode, then I have linked the playlist in the description, but it's not necessary to enjoy this video, as we have a mini challenge to complete today. Today's package is this beauty, purchased on eBay just over a year ago, in June of 2024. Crazy to think I've been doing this Profit and Loss series for over a year already, but I have taken a bit of a gamble, as I love to do. Inside this box are 4 tins packed full of vintage cards, or so I hope. Basically, the listing had no photos of the cards inside, just lots of photos of the outside of the tins, which after a little Google, I found out were from around the year 2007 and the Diamond and Pearl era. Now the hope is the tins contain vintage Diamond and Pearl cards. Even a bunch of commons would be worth the gamble, but obviously someone could have easily filled these with modern bulk. The eBay lot cost me £20 on a buy it now, with £5 21p postage, for a total of £25 and 21p, or about $34. The goal of this video is to try and beat the $34 total by selling these cards on eBay. Those of you that have been following this series know my love for selling cards in binders. I back my opinion that a bunch of loose cards will sell better in a binder. I feel like I've proven this technique over the series, and I'm going to be sticking with it in today's video. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So whatever cards we find in these tins, I'm going to put it in this 9-pocket binder. I think it holds about 180 cards. Then we will sell it all on eBay and see if we can make a profit. It's hard for me to value the binders I use in these challenges, as I just sort of pick them up from previous bundles I purchased. But if we pretend I bought it just for this and we jump on eBay, we can see this one sold secondhand for a fairly consistent £8 to £10, which would be roughly $12. So if we add that to what we paid for the tins, we want to beat $46 with our sale in this video. Obviously, these videos are focused on profit and selling cards, but we can still appreciate the artworks and the cool looking vintage cards as we go. Diamond and Pearl has some fantastic sets, or in my opinion anyway, and it was a great era for Pokemon. Active from about 2007 to 2008, before moving into the Platinum series in 2009. Now this intro is going to seem pretty dumb if I open these tins and it's full of Pokemon Go. Bruh. So we really have no idea how easy it's going to be to hit that $46 target until we crack into the tins and take a look at the cards. But before we do, I have an extra little package to open. I've bought myself a special little treat for the personal collection. I saw this come up on eBay and I couldn't really pass up the opportunity to grab it. It is another PSA Sand/Slab to add to the little wall at the back here, and it was a fairly expensive purchase, or for me anyway. So now I can reveal we have a Heart Gold Soul Silver base set Sandslash in a PSA 10. From the year 2010. As I've mentioned previously on this channel, I'm a huge fan of the Heart Gold Soul Silver era. The artworks just hit a little bit different for me, and I love the yellow and silver borders on the cards. Now, this one was originally listed for £63, but it's really hard to put a price on something that has almost no comps, and I just wanted it regardless. However, shout out to the seller who knocked a bit off the price and ended up selling it to me for £45 and 45p, including postage and fees, which is about $61. The card is a Pop 2 in a PSA 10, which for those of you who don't know means only 2 of this card exist in a 10. Now, I don't think that's because it's super hard to grade, like the base set Chansey or anything like that. I just think it's unlikely many people sought out to grade a Sandslash. But it meant I had to grab this one, as I will probably never see another one come up on eBay, or not anytime soon anyway. So I'm super happy to add this to the collection. Bit of a weird black dot here on the edge. I'm not sure how that affects the grade. I mean, it got a 10, but should it with a black dot like that? Either way, it doesn't bother me. Oh, and before I forget, as always, I like to open up a pack at the end of the video to add to my collection binder. Unfortunately, these cold dead hands are refusing to give me any pulls, and we're having a bit of a dry spell, but we will keep trying. And in honour of today's video, as we are hopefully going to be looking at some vintage Diamond and Pearl cards, I have managed to source a very rare and very old pack. Probably the craziest booster I have opened on this channel so far. That's right, we have a Shining Fates booster all the way from 2021. Bruh. Okay, don't yell at me. I'm not rich, but hopefully we can get some sort of hit for the collection. Anyway, that will be at the end. Let's get back onto the main point of this video, the tins. Right, let's grab the Charizard tin first, and let's have a little look in here. Hopefully, we're going to see some vintage cards and not some modern bulk. And let's see these first couple. So we got a Shellos from Rising Rivals, We have a Floatzel from the Manphy Trainer Kit, which is 2007. And we have a Swinub from Diamond and Pearl Legends Awakened. So it's looking decent for the first 3. I think we're on to a good one here, but let's grab out the whole stack and have a proper look at them. So we've got a coin in here for anyone who likes these. Some counters, and it looks like some old rulebooks and stuff for Platinum Supreme Victors and whatever that is. Let's move that to the back. Right, so let's just grab some of these and go through them stack by stack. So we have a Horsey, a Piplup, a War Turtle, a Remoraid, Marshtomp. That's a pretty cool artwork, to be fair. Ooh, Reverse Magnezone, Goldeen, Mischievous, Spoink, Mischievous again, Curlier, Mime Jr., Energy, loads of energies. I really hope this isn't a big stack of energies for the rest of it. Oh, that's not looking good. Oh, there's some Pokemon at the end here, that's fine. So we've got energy. These are pretty cool energies. I'll have to look them up and see if there's any value to them. Otherwise, we've just got standard ones. Standard. Ooh, that Gengar I think has a bit of value to it. I will put up some values as I go through and then obviously talk about them later on. But that is a Gengar from Rising Rivals, 2009 Platinum set. Pretty awesome card. I might sleeve this one actually. Anything that I think's got a bit of value to it, I'm going to sleeve. Skorupi. Ooh, Azelf Holo. That's awesome card. And that's from Diamond and Pearl Mysterious Treasures. That one is also going to get sleeved. Looks like there's a slight crease down there in the corner. But otherwise, condition's not too bad on that. And we have a Ralts, a Shuppet, a Coughing, Mischievous again, Skunk Tank. Oh wow, Giratina Holo. And that's from Platinum base set, but another one to be sleeved. Again, same sort of issue as the Azelf there. It's got like a crease in the bottom here. But otherwise not too bad on the condition. And then we have a Nidorina. Oh, another Gengar. Awesome. I'll take 2 of them. I have a Mr. Mime, Juice-Skull, Unknown, another Juice-Skull, Roserade C, Curlier, and a Why Not. And here we have a Shuppet, a Coughing, Juiceclops, Ralts, Clear, Geodude, Probopass, Geodude, Machop, Riolu, Geodude. Ooh, that's awesome. That's a Lucario Lv.X. And that is a promo card from Diamond and Pearl. That's so cool. Bit of issue on the edge up here. And a little bit of whitening, but otherwise, that's looking really good. Well, so far, we're only just into the first tin and we've got some great hits. Let's carry on. We've got a Drapion, a Carvanha, a Nuzleaf, a Pikachu, a Chinchou, Ivysaur, Leafeon, Roselia, Cherim, Combi, Yanmar, Shedninja, Venusaur. That's pretty cool. Surskit, Ledian, Breloom, Cherim, Lileep, Chimchar, Camerupt, Growlithe. Let's move on to the last lot of cards in this tin. We have a Growlithe, a Vulpix, a Clefairy, a Raticate, Starly. Ooh, Holo Heatran. Not sure on the value of ones like these. I don't think it's anything crazy, but it's just cool that it's a vintage holo. We have a Lopunny, a Clefable, a reverse cast form, an Eevee, another Eevee, a Meowth, Eevee, a Larion. Is that marking on the card? I don't know if you can see that. Sort of like faded. Oh, there we go, look, and on the back. It's a bit knackered, that one. Might leave that one to the side. Energy Search, Lucian's Assignment, Underground Expedition, Lucian's Assignment. These all trainers. Trainer, Mum's Kindness, Valley, Energy Search, Energy Restore, Quick Ball, Energy Gain, Double Full Heal, Dusk Ball, Energy Search, Poker Radar, a Reverse, Roseanne's Research, or Roseanne's. That's cool. I don't think that's got value, I'm not sure. Trainer, Supporter, Energy, what is this? Pokemon Trading Figure Game. I have no idea what this is. I will do some research and come back to this one later on. Right, that's the first tin done, and that's pretty successful. These are our hits out of the first tin. I'm not entirely sure what has value and what doesn't here. I've sleeved the Gengars just purely because Gengars always have value. They're a really collectible Pokemon. Don't know about these other holos. I'm assuming the Lucario is the most expensive out of these, but I will look at values of these cards a bit later in the video. Right, there we go. Let's move on to the next tin. Next, I think we'll look at this Rhyperior tin, or Charizard. I think the lids got swapped on these two tins, but not that it matters. Right, so we have an energy on the top. Energy cards. Energy. Loads of energies in this. Energies. Alright, we've got some trainers. Same as before. Looks like there's a reverse. Team Galactic's Invention. PokeTamer. No idea if that's valuable or not. I'm not clued up enough with trainers. That one's a bit damaged. I'll need to look that one up. Buck's Training, Energy Search, Pokedex, Cynthia's Feelings, Potion, Energy Search, Quick Ball, Plus Power. I don't know if that's Roseanne's or Roseanne's Research. Plus Power, Pichu, it's pretty cool. Pikachu, Chimchar, Growlithe, Camerupt, Clefairy, Bunnery. Ooh, that's so cool. It's a Holo Arcanine. And this is from Platinum Supreme Victors. But that's such a cool Arcanine. It looks awesome with the flames and everything. Again, that's in pretty decent condition. There's some whitening around the edge, but really not that bad at all. Chimchar, Skitty, Wishmer. Let's take all of these out. I think this one is the same as the others. Some counters and a little... Oh, this is the trading figure. There's the platinum card list. And there's that card I got, the trading figure game. So I'm assuming this wasn't part of the TCG. It looks like you could collect little figures and got the cards with them and could play some separate game alongside it. Like I say, I'll do a bit more research on that off camera. But let's go through the rest of these. We have a Bulbasaur, another Bulbasaur, a Diglett, Bulbasaur, Combi, Wishmer, Whismer. I've been saying that wrong. Wait, how do you say this one? Whismer. Oh, is it like Whisper? Whismer. Because he's the evolved form of Exploud and all that, isn't he? Licky, Whismer, Raticate, Bulbasaur, Carnivine, a reversed Cradily. We have a Riolu, a Beldum, a Lucario, Surskit, Breloom, Geodude, Murkrow, Grimer, Lunatone, so many Bulbasaurs, a reverse Beldum, Masquerain, ooh, another holo, Gastrodon. Now this is an old holo, but I don't know how popular a Pokemon Gastrodon is, so I don't know how much value it'll have. It's from Secret Wonders from Diamond and Pearl. We have Goldeen, oh, a Glaceon, it's pretty awesome, Grottle, Ledibur, Mothim, Spinarak, Yanmar, Shellos, Wartortle, Cascoon, another Bulbasaur, Butzel, Paris, Milotic, that's pretty cool, Ledibur, a Poliwrath. I don't know how valuable the non-holo rares will be from Diamond and Pearl, but like I say, I'll look it up on our research off camera. Butzel again, another Venusaur, again another non-holo rare, don't know on the value on that, I will look it up. Ivysaur, Paris, another Butzel, Haunchcrow, Nidoran, Surskit, Whismur, Raticate, a reverse Farfetch'd. Does that look a bit faded? I don't know what this card's meant to look like, but I thought Farfetch'd was darker than that. Bagon, Spinder, a Beldum that's seen better days, a Happiny, Swablu, a Smeargle, a Chimchar, Talio, Matang, Magneton, a reverse Fortress. It's pretty cool. Well, is that another Heatran? Did we have one of these before? Oh, hold on a second, forget the Heatran. Look at that. It's a reverse Gengar from Diamond and Pearl base. That'll have some value. Don't know what it is, but it's a Gengar and it's reverse and it's from a vintage set. So let's sleeve both of these. Again, that's looking not bad at all. There's a little bit of whitening up here on the corner. Slight bend in the card, which isn't really an issue, I don't think. So you can just flatten that out, but otherwise, yeah, it's not in bad condition at all. Snorunt, Krogunk, Unknown, Psyduck, that's pretty awesome Psyduck to be fair, artwork, Chingling, and Ivysaur. Well, we've done alright again, to be honest, out of this tin. We've got the reverse Gengar, and then a couple of holos. I quite like the Arcanine again, no idea on the value of them, but another pretty decent tin. Right, let's clear all this out of the way. Right, on to tin number 3, and we are going with Garchomp. Platinum card list there. And let's just pull all of these out. So we have Murkrow, Yanmega, Shuppet, Chansey, Geodude, Vibrava, Machop, a reverse Medicham, Diglett, Riolu, Slackoth, a Weezing, Yanma, Weedle, Eevee, Seedot, Shuppet, Hoppip, Whismur, Plusle, Krictot, another Gengar. Well, I hope these have value because I have 3 of them now. We have a Pineco, a reverse Trainer plus power, a Technical Machine, Pokedex, Potion, Energy, Aaron's Collection, Energy Search, and a Bucks Training Supporter. Cyrus Initiative, Potion, Quick Ball, Potion, Flint's Willpower, Claw Fossil that's got a big dent in it, Potion, Energy Search, Bubble Coat, another one, Supporter, Trainer Supporter, Energies, loads of Energies. Well, we're not too good for Pokemon on this one yet. Energies. Oh, here we go. A Happiny, a Murkrow, a Dewskull, Ledian, Staravia, a Wooper, Crobat. Oh, another holo. Ampharos. Again, pretty clean card. Quillfish, Torchic, Electrode, Nidorina, a reverse Mime Jr., Ledibur, Masquerain, Swablu, Golduck, Kabuto, Starly, Nidoran, a reverse Magmar, a Staraptor holo. Very cool. Again, not sure on value of that, but I think just getting a holo is awesome and great condition again. Eradicate, Taurus, Mr. Mime, Mischievous, and a Unknown and a Doduo. Right, on to the last part of the set. We have a Nidorina, Whismur, Pineco, a Flareon, very nice, Chimchar, Beldum, Ivysaur, Mismagius, Empoleon, Combi, Staryu, Chimecho, Psyduck, Togepi, Yanmar, an Arbok Delta species. That's cool. That's from Dragon Frontiers in 2006. Love that. Krogunk, Bidoof, Squirtle, Riolu, Starly, Abra, Surskit, Mischievous, Chimchar, Mismagius, Snowrunt, Nincada, Graveler. Ooh, is that a holo Lucario? That is from the Lucario Trainer Kit, 2007 Diamond and Pearl. Not sure, again, on value. I will talk about that later in the video once I've done some research, because I don't know if the trainer kits, even though it's a holo, will have much value, but it's a pretty cool card. We've got a Shieldon, Bidoof, Riolu, Shellos, Magnemite, Piplup, a reversed Omastar, Pupitar, Beldum, Weedle, Meowth, Diglett, Machoke, Snorlax. I wonder if that has any value, because Snorlax is such a popular Pokemon as well and so collectible. He's only a common, but obviously I'll look that up. Cast Form, Weedle, Krogunk, Aaron, Machop, again Aerodactyl common. Nice card though. Lopunny, Nidorino, and a Shinx. Again, pretty awesome bundle of cards out of that tin. Didn't quite do as well, I would say, as the other ones. We got these ones out, but there might be some others in there which have potential to have value. Let's get this out of the way and we can do the final tin. Right, here we go, last tin, and I saved the Lucario Diamond and Pearl tin. Just gonna grab everything out of here straight away. Psychic Energy, Psychic Energy, Psychic Energy. We have a reverse Dugong, a Psyduck, a Butzel, Piplup, Shellos, Goldeen, Marshtomp, Mudkip, Butzel, Piplup, Surskit, Masquerain, Kakuna, Seedot, Ledibur, Surskit, Kriktot, Roselier, Surskit, Weedle, that's seen better days, Masquerain, Bellsprout, Roserade, Kriktoon, Bulbasaur, Seedot, Heracross, Seedot, a reverse Shuckle, a normal Shuckle, Bulbasaur, Hoppip, Masquerain, Paris, a reverse Gibble, Paris, Trainer, Supporter, a Porygon, a Wooper, a Seeking. Ooh, that's a holo Manaphy from the trainer kit as well, as you can see from the symbol there. So let's sleeve that one. And then two more trainers. And here we have a reverse Energy. That is another one of these Pokemon trading figure card games. Right, I'm just back. I'm going to look through these cards. My daughter just woke up from her nap, so she's going to help me with these last few. So we have Professor Oak, Cyrus, Underground Expedition. We've got Supporter, a reverse Stadium Battle Tower.
Why are you talking on your computer?
I'm making a little video, darling. Looking through some cards. Is that okay?
I did a bird.
trainer, a supporter, another trainer, stadium, trainer, supporter, trainer, almost loads. Oh, there's another one of these. Pokemon trading figure game ones. We have a train.
Can we clean these?
Yeah, we'll clean it all up afterwards, my darling.
Can I clean this?
Yeah, you can clean that if you want. Trainer, stadium. An Absol rare, that's pretty cool.
Can you clean it as well?
Yeah, I'll help you clean, darling. We have a Larvitar reverse, Electrike, Growlithe, Vulpix, another Vulpix, Chimchar, Cyndaquil, Magmar, Meditite, Bonsley, Riolu, Larvitar, Dugtrio, Machoke, Diglett, Medicham, Diglett, Medicham, Unknown. Last little stack here.
I got only these.
Yeah, you can look after them. Grumpig,
I'm just
Unknown.
working like you.
You're doing a brilliant job.
Working like you.
You are, darling. Mime Jr., Coughing, Ralts, Wheezing. Oh, a Gardevoir. That might be worth sleeving. Gardevoir's pretty collectible. Can you pass me a sleeve, darling? These are sleeves, the little plastic things. Can you pass me one?
I can.
Thank you so much. Oh, good job.
Can you clean it?
You want to clean the sleeves?
Yeah.
We can clean them afterwards if you really want to. And then we have a Unknown, Ralts, Drifloon, a Reverse Mischievous, Chingling, Unknown, Coughing, Nidoran.
What are you doing?
I was turning it round because it was upside down. Clefairy, Raticate.
Can I have one of them?
Which one do you want?
That one.
You want Bidoof?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then, you can have a Bidoof. Another Bidoof, Lickitung, Pidgeotto,
What is
Talio.
he doing?
What is he doing in that one? He's in a bush.
What is he doing there?
Just chilling. He's just chilling. Trainer, Meowth, Whismur, Metang. Oh, a Holo Ulteria. That's pretty cool.
Put that safe there.
Oh, thank you so much. Can you pass me another sleeve? Like, I'm going to sleeve this one. The shiny one. Oh, good job. Thank you so much.
I'm helping you.
You're doing a brilliant job helping me. We have an energy. Is this all energies now to finish us off? It is a bunch of energies. So we didn't do as well in that tin. We got two holos and the Gardevoir, which I'm guessing might have some value, but I don't actually know. So I think overall a massive win for us. There are some great cards here. I am now, as promised, going to organise them all in 2 sets, which I will do off camera. So in the words of Arnie, when I pump my muscles, it feels like I'll be back. Here we are. We have Arbok, Delta Species from Dragon Frontiers, and this is about a $2 card. We have Power Keepers from the EX era, and the Altaria is about a $6 card, but it does fluctuate on eBay sold prices a bit. And then we have the 2 trainer kit sets. We have the Lucario and the Manaphy. These are quite hard to comp because there's not really much out there. They're also not complete sets, they're just part complete. But I'll probably sell them separately from the binder, and I expect to maybe get a couple of pounds each. Then we have the Diamond and Pearl base set, which had some pretty decent cards in there and a fair amount of common and uncommon. The Gengar Reverse Holo is the sort of big hitter out of these cards that we got. TCG Player is saying about $70, but yeah, definitely not. On eBay sold prices, it's showing between £15 and £20. So I think this one's definitely worth selling separately out of the binder. The Staraptor Holo is about a $4 card, so that will probably go in the binder. And then the rest of these are just like $1, $2 cards. I think the Mime Jr. is supposedly about $6, but I don't know if it will get that. Then we have a bunch of cards from Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonders. Again, loads of bulk in here. The Ampharos is about a $6 card. The Gastrodon is about a $5 card. And then the Absol's about $1 or $2. Obviously, like I say, that is TCG Player prices. I think on eBay, this one really fluctuates again between £2, £10. So again, these will all go in the binder. Then we have Diamond and Pearl Mysterious Treasures. Again, some great cards in here, some nice reverse cards. The Azelf is about a $5 card, according to TCG Player, and the rest are sort of about $1 to $2, apart from the Chingling, which is supposedly about a $7 card on TCG Player. I don't believe that, but we'll see. Then we have the big hitter. We have the Lv.X. Now, TCG Player says this card is about $40, but looking at eBay sold prices, you're looking at between £10 to £15. I would say that hopefully the reverse Gengar and the Lucario would hopefully cover what we've paid for this bundle, and then the rest is all just gravy. And then we have Diamond and Pearl Legends Awakened, which again, you've got some really nice cards in here, a nice decent amount. The two Heatrans are deck exclusive cards because they're the holo variant, and the ones you get in booster packs are non-holo rares. They're only worth about $1, and that's at a push. I think, to be honest, in this set there's a fair few of the deck exclusive ones, but they're all $1 to $2 again, nothing crazy. Then we have Diamond and Pearl Majestic Dawn, and the standout card from here is the reverse Omastar, but it's only about, again, a $2 card. Then we have Diamond and Pearl Stormfront, where we have the reverse Magnezone, which is worth about $2 again. The rest are about $1, apart from the Pichu, which again, they're quite collectible, so this could go for about $3 maybe. And finally, from Diamond and Pearl, we have Great Encounters. Only 3 cards from here, and they're all common. Now, if we take a look at these 3 cards, these were the Pokemon Trading Figure Game cards, but I can give a bit of information on them now because I have had a Google. So as I said, they are from the Pokemon Trading Figure Game, which was a 2-player collectible game using Pokemon figures. It shared mechanics and terminology with the TCG, but they introduced miniature figures to go along with the cards. The game launched in Europe, Australia and Southeast Asia in late 2006, and in North America and Japan in 2007. Despite plans for multiple expansions, only the first set, Next Quest, was released. Due to delays, high costs and limited support, the game was officially discontinued on June 2nd, 2009. So I have no idea if there's any value in these, or if they're rare, or if they're sought after, who knows. I will leave them out of the binder and sell them separately most likely. Again, no idea. I'll probably put them up from 99p start and see if there's any interest. And then we get into the Platinum sets, and we have this one from Supreme Victors. Again, loads of cards here, some really nice ones. The Holo Arcanine is actually another deck exclusive card because it doesn't have a holo variant in the booster packs. It's about a $3 card, and I think literally all the rest are $1 to $2, so there's nothing crazy, and I think a lot of them are also deck exclusives again. And then we have Platinum Rising Rivals. The Flareon is about a $5 card according to TCG Player, and the Gengars are apparently about $7, and I have 3 of them. I don't think you'd necessarily get that much, but you know, a couple of quid each, that's still pretty decent. And then the rest are $1 to $2 cards. Again, like I've said before, if the Pokemon is collectible, like the Leafeon or the Snorlax, then you probably might get a little bit more for it, even though they're just common cards. Then finally we have Platinum Base Set. Again, the Giratina is a deck exclusive because it's a holo variant of a non-holo card. It's only worth a couple of dollars. I think also the Gardevoir is a deck exclusive because it's a non-holo on a holo card. And according to TCG Player, this one, the Team Galactic's Invention PokeTamer, is worth about $11. Honestly, not sure how realistic that is because I haven't looked up the eBay prices for it, but the rest are about $1 to $2 cards. And not forgetting this absolutely huge stack of energies. But yeah, there we go. So we have some great cards here. And now it's time to build the binder. I've decided to stick strictly to the Diamond and Pearl era, so I won't be including any of the Platinum or EX era sets in this one. I might do something else with them later down the line. As for the cards I'm choosing, I'll be leading with holos, rares and reverse holos up front, but also any popular Pokemon that tend to do well. Like I just mentioned, some of these cards go for a few dollars just because people are hunting down master sets of their favourites. Then I'll round out the rest of the binder with standard uncommons and commons towards the back. Now, as I mentioned, a few of the pricier ones, like the Reverse Gengar or Lucario Lv.X, I'll likely sell separately. They're more valuable on their own and might get a bit lost in the binder. Everything else that's sort of say under $10 in value, I'll be putting in. I'll go pick out the cards off camera now and I'll be back in a sec. So here we have it, the final selection. Hopefully it's going to look awesome in the binder. Without further delay, let's get some epic tunes on and fill this thing up. So what do you guys think? Do you like the look of the Diamond and Pearl themed binder? Let me know your favourite card in the comments, and as always, take a guess how much you think it will sell for. I literally have no idea with this one. I love the cards, but I also loved them when it was the Heart Gold Soul Silver binder, which we did a while back, and I think that went for a low price. So it'll be interesting to see. A fun experiment. I will put this up for a 5-day auction, and like usual, start it for 99p with no reserve and no buy it now option. Gonna throw it up and just leave it to do its thing. Whilst we wait, let's open that super rare Shining Fates pack. If we take a look at the set list, obviously the Zard is the big hitter, and if we're talking money, nothing else is worth that much here. But I'm not after expensive cards with this. I just want something that looks cool, as all my pulls are just being put in my Card Prism binder. I never plan to sell any of them. So with that being said, I would quite like one of the Lapras. The shiny VMAX looks awesome, or any other shiny Pokemon or an amazing rare would be cool. Just please, not Ball Guy. Although, would I take Ball Guy over getting nothing? No, I still don't want him. Okay, let's get into this thing. As always, no pack trick, because I don't know what I'm doing. And we have a Chewtle, a Yanma, or more Peko, an Eevee, a Gossifleur, a reverse Celebi, and let's see, did these cold dead hands finally manage to pull something? We got a Greedent V. I mean, I'll take it, 100% I'll take that, that's a hit. I can't say that one gets me super buzzed, but it's definitely not the worst thing to ever pull. Energy card, Dartrix, Rusted Shield, god damn you Ball Guy. And there's your code card. Hopefully this means we're on the way up now. More like this, I'll take that. There's a bit of life in these hands yet. Right, let's slot this into the Card Prism binder. As always, quick little ad break. If you fancy grabbing yourself one of these binders, then check out the link in the description and use code TAMER10 for 10% off your order. Anyway, let's get back to the main point of this video. The DP binder. Although I shouldn't shorten it to DP, as according to my Discord, DP can mean naughty things. My mind's far too clean to know what. It's now been 5 days and the Diamond and Pearl binder has sold. Let's get straight to it, and I can reveal the binder has sold for £51 and 3p. After fees, this leaves us with £45 55p, which is about $62. So if we take the $62 and subtract the $46 we paid for the tins and the binder, we end up with a total profit of $16. Finally, time to retire. But don't forget, we didn't technically spend anything on the binder, as it was from a previous bundle I purchased. I just factored it into the cost for fairness in this mini challenge. We also have the two big hitter cards, the Reverse Gengar and the Lucario promo. We should get a decent amount for these two. It's always hard to tell because you never really know with these vintage stuff until you sell it. The estimated market prices can be a bit all over the place. Plus, we've got a few cards from the EX era, including the Holo Ulteria from Power Keepers, and we have loads of cards from the Platinum era, including some decent value ones. So overall, very happy with this purchase. We should make a decent return, which we can use to spend on more Pokemon cards. I feel like the binder probably sold for what it's worth. I wouldn't say the buyer got a bargain, but they didn't overpay either. I was maybe expecting it to go for a tad more, but not much. 180 vintage cards for £50 is about right. Also, to everyone yelling at me because I keep calling Diamond and Pearl vintage, I class anything before XY as vintage, and I will die on this hill. I do find it funny how the hyped sets go for so much more. The last binder I sold was a Team Rocket themed binder. It was only 80 cards, no holos, and only a couple of rares, and that one sold for double the amount of this one. I will link that video in the description if you want to go back and check it out. But yeah, in this series so far, I have found Heart Gold Soul Silver and Diamond and Pearl sell for less than expected. People just don't want to splash the cash on those eras yet. I guess you could say some people are too tight for DP. That was shameful. Anyway, on to the next video. We're going to be doing another binder sale video, but hopefully this one should be going out with a bang. And then we'll have the big finale, where we'll recap the entire series and see if we finally made it into the profit. If you've made it this far into the video, please give it a like and think about subscribing. All of your interactions really help the channel massively, as we are still small time, but trying to grow. As always, a massive shout out to our members. We have Richard, M-Sweet, Pug, Avieux, Maple, Simply Dean, Kaylin, Papa Prof, and J-Joe. You guys are legends, paying a monthly fee and getting nothing in return apart from my unrequited love and this shout out. It's totally worth it. I appreciate you guys watching and hopefully see you all in the next one. Cheers!